Ohayo gozaimasu. That means good morning in Japanese. I grew up in Japan. My name is Frank Symes. I'm a composer, musician. I've played with all kinds of famous people for decades. Anyway, I'm going to tell you today about how I got started. I was living on a U.S. Army base in Japan. It's called U.S. Army Headquarters, Japan, Camp Zama. It's an army base. It's like taking a suburb from here and sticking it right in the middle of Tokyo, surrounding it with barbed wire, and that's the kind of place I lived in for 5 years, from age about 7 to 12. And I'd been playing music when I moved, and I started playing, well, actually, I started playing guitar when I was 10 years old, about 3 years into living in Camp Zama. I started off playing folk music, some Elvis Presley. My sister taught me how to play Love Me Tender and a few other Elvis songs. She was listening to Miles Davis, Coltrane. My mother listened to the Platters, Ray Charles, people like that. Anyway, so there was music in the house. I got a guitar for Christmas. I started playing, and I advanced pretty fast because I must have had some kind of inclination for it to begin with. Anyway, by the time I was in the 6th grade, I put a band together, a 3-piece band. We called ourselves Underground Express, and we didn't play any gigs yet, but we used to rehearse a lot, and we played music by The Animals, Vanilla Fudge, Grassroots, and later on we started playing Hendrix, and so I was playing Hendrix when I was in the 6th grade, and we tried to do our best, and I was always singing all the parts and the melodies, and playing all the guitar parts, and that was my first experience, which led to my 7th grade experience when I was, I must have been 12. What did we play? Get my life, why don't you, baby? Oh, get out of my life, why don't you? Ooh, you keep me hanging on. Yes, I remember singing that in the 6th grade. It's just coming back to me now. Anyway, so that led me to the 7th grade. I might as well go on and tell you about that. I had a band called Bearded Clam. I'm a little embarrassed to say that, Bearded Clam. And we had to actually sign a contract with the student council. And the director of the student council was my English teacher. I loved him. His name was Mr. Lewinsky. I hope he's still alive. Hi, Mr. Lewinsky, if you're still out there. I certainly hope you are, because I adored you. Anyway, so I had to sign a contract with Mr. Lewinsky, and I had to write the name of the band, and it was Bearded Clam. And he looked at me and he goes, "Really? Bearded Clam, Frank?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what it is." And so I got paid $60. We got up on stage. I had a bass player and a drummer. We played in a 3-piece. We played Hendrix, Animals, Spooky Tooth, John Mayall, all sorts of music, a blues image. And we got paid our $60. And I remember having to drag my amp head that I bought in an amp cabinet for about 2 miles. I had it stored at the teen club, and I rolled it down the street on asphalt, rolled it on its wheels all the way to the school gym, and that's where I set up the amp, and I played my gig in the gymnasium, and that was my very first gig. I just wanted to tell you about that. So anyway, thanks for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe to my site, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you have any ideas about what you'd like to see on the video, write me, and the links to my other social media are written right here. Thank you. Ciao, mata.